Welcome back, everybody. Let's now look at a chatbot that aims to bring technology to the fight against gender-based violence and femicide called Chomi. This is a new free WhatsApp-based service that provides information, advice backed by experts and service referrals to GBV survivors or people who wish to help a GBV survivor. Cristianne Wendler is the strategic advisor at Shout It Out Now, and she joins us now to explore this topic further. Cristianne, a very good morning. Thank you so much for joining us. Welcome.
Good morning, Simpiwe. Thank you for having me.
Now, first of all, let's start with the role that technology can play in the fight against gender-based violence and femicide.
Absolutely. I mean, gender-based violence has been around since the beginning of time where it comes to human beings. I mean, we look at what we were able to do to mobilize against the COVID pandemic. Well, gender-based violence was there a long time before COVID, it's there after COVID. And so bottom line, if the same traditional solutions worked, we wouldn't be in this situation. So it's really important that we look at every option, every tool in our toolbox to be able to bring to the fight against gender-based violence. And technology absolutely offers us solutions we haven't had before. And Chomi is just one example of that. And it's an accessible technology based on WhatsApp that survivors can use to get information, that we can use as a society to get more information out to people, because a big part of gender-based violence is information. And it's information for people to know how to prevent it. If perpetrators, we actually had a perpetrator call our hotline last week and say he was a perpetrator abusing his wife and he wanted help. So it's really important just getting information out into the hands of people. It makes a big difference in the fight against gender-based violence.
But are you getting the sense that we are investing enough in technology in the fight against gender-based violence?
No, it's a hard area to. A lot of times people think we have to do things the way we've always done, and gender-based violence is extremely sensitive, and therefore, face-to-face counseling is important, and it is. However, every survivor is unique, and their needs and their desires are unique. And so that being face-to-face is very intimidating for some people, and the fear of what do I have to say? Will I have to report? The fear of the guilt, shame, blame, all of these are things that confront a survivor. And so being able to use something like Chomi, it's anonymous. I don't have to talk to anyone, and I can explore the information on my terms. And so it's important that we look at technology and we look at the needs of survivors, and we make sure that whatever we create, it's survivor-centric and it's able to, for the end user, accessible in a way that is convenient, safe, and effective for them. And yes, technology, again, there's so many avenues that we can explore in information management, in outreach and prevention that technology can assist us with.
Now, with 1 in 3 women in South Africa still experiencing physical and/or sexual violence, now speak to us about how introducing and investing in technology can help with this scourge.
Yes, and that statistic you gave is chilling. I mean, that's 33% of the world's population. That's a global statistic that holds true in every country. Some countries are slightly higher, slightly lower. We're slightly above the global average. And that doesn't even include economic or emotional abuse. That's just physical or sexual abuse. And so this is an extremely pervasive situation that impacts a vast number of women. And again, technology, all those reasons why I don't come in to get firsthand services, there's it's hard to find the right information. I'm afraid of how I might be treated in a SAP station. I'm afraid of maybe the perpetrator is my husband. And I'm afraid that, what would happen to him. I'm afraid he might find out. There's so many reasons. And so this chatbot allows you to get all the information that you need and explore it and give you the choice that you can make then is what's right for you. Chomi doesn't tell you what to do. It doesn't tell you how to do it. It's just about information and options. And so that's really important, that many survivors do not feel that they have options. They feel alone, they feel isolated, and they don't feel that options are there. And so being able to explore this information and to understand then what your options are, what your rights are, is very important to be able to then help equip you so that when you are ready, you might come forward for services.
Let's now talk about Chomi, the chatbot developed by Shout It Now, and the information it provides. How does that work?
So all you have to do, it's a WhatsApp-based rules chatbot. So that means it's not AI, it's not learning. So this is where I say it's basic technology. There's other things we can do utilizing technology, but this is rules-based. And so what you do is you save Chomi into your WhatsApp chat numbers, and you just message hi or the number 1 or a. It really doesn't matter. Whatever you message, that will trigger the conversation to start with Chomi. And then the first thing is it gives you a choice of options for language. So Chomi is very unique in that it is multilingual. We're live with English and Zulu, and then we go live with Setswana and Xhosa this month. And so you choose the language you want to proceed in, and then it takes you to the main menu, and it gives you 9 main streams of information: reporting violence, women's shelters, what to do if I've been raped, gender-based information, and FAQs. Those are just a few of the examples of the different chat streams that you then choose, and then it will take you through a series of information. We interweave facts with also psychosocial support messages. It's important that we want survivors to know they're not alone. They have options. No one deserves to live in a life with violence. So those kinds of messages are interwoven then with facts. So if you choose what to do if I've been raped, then the chatbot will give you information, and then it'll again take you to a menu and say, what do you want to learn more about? And then you can keep selecting the different streams that you want to learn more about. So in the what to do if I've been raped, you can learn about what will happen during the forensic exam, what is emergency contraception, what is PEP. So these are medical options that are available to you that can prevent pregnancy as well as prevent HIV. So the chatbot allows you to explore as you want and what you want to learn about. And then it always gives the option that you can return to the main menu. So if you saw a stream you wanted to go back and learn about, it'll always prompt you can go back, but then it'll also ask you if you want to connect to support services. And if you say yes, in Gauteng or Northwest, you would be connected to Shout It Now social workers who would contact you. If you are in any of the other provinces where we do not physically have social workers on the ground, we would connect you to the 24-hour emergency hotlines in the country.
And for those that are not tech inclined, how are you catering for them in terms of, introducing them to this new solution to tackle this issue?
So it's important that, again, I went back to saying how we have to use technology, but we also need to have traditional services as well. There needs to be options. That's so important, so that a survivor, I might feel comfortable to come through via Chomi. You might not. And so it's important that there's multiple options. So we do have social workers on the ground. We also have our Connect Hub call line. So an individual could just call in and say, can I speak to someone? Which in the example I gave earlier, the perpetrator who called us last week, he had heard us on one of the stations, and he called in and said, I would like this help, and he chose to call into our Connect Hub call center. Right. So an individual can receive telephonic counseling, they can receive in-person counseling, as well as if they're in another province and they call in, we would connect them to support partners in those provinces.
All right, Cristianne, great chatting to you. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you. That was Strategic Advisor at Shout It Now, Cristianne Wendler, and we've been talking about the role that technology can help play in helping GBV survivors.